Hey there, it is Rachel, and I know that the holidays can be very hard for all parents, but I think it's also particularly hard for parents who have children with big emotions, who feel things strongly and have big reactions, because these children tend to be sensitive to things that happen during the holiday season. They're sensitive to the fact that there is less structure during this time. They're sensitive to the fact that they're usually getting less sleep and eating more sugar. So chances are, if you are raising a big emotion child, you are going through days where, for example, everything is going well and then one thing goes wrong and your child melts down and fixates on that bad thing. It's likely that your big emotion child is being mean to siblings or being mean to you. Chances are that your day seems like drama after drama and it feels like days last forever. And I also know that traditional strategies for dealing with behaviors, moods, and attitudes, the rewards and the consequences, the taking things away that children care about, that tends not to work with children with big emotions. Now, I will tell you that I have something coming for you that's going to give you some solutions for how to effectively manage the behavior, moods, and attitudes of big emotion children. But in the meantime, what can you do about all of this? I have a couple of quick tips. The first thing I want to tell you is to have compassion for yourself. It is not easy to go through what you're going through. It can be very exhausting. And I just want to give yourself I want you to give yourself a little bit of respect for what you're having to go through. The next suggestion I have for you is to connect with other parents of big emotion children. I work with parents of big emotion children all day, every day. I have big emotion children, and I know that we are all going through something very, very similar. And sometimes it's good to know that we're just not going through it alone, to know that other people are going through and understand what we are going through. And my last thought for you, once you have a little bit more energy because you've given yourself some compassion and some connection, is to try to understand what your big emotion child is going through. The reality is that they are struggling as well. They have a hard day as well. As much as they're making our days difficult, their days are difficult as well. And the beginning of changing things around with your big emotion child is actually to understand what they are truly going through. If you want to learn a little bit more about this, I encourage you to check out my latest podcast episode. You can find that on my website, rachel-bailey/111. I will be back again for you with more tips, including how you can continue to support yourself and your child with big emotions. I'll see you again soon.